TASS issued a report in which it spoke of casualties, but without saying how many there were or how great was the destruction caused.
The world has never known a day quite like today.
It's in the air for you and me. Discovered by Radioactivity. Chain reaction and mutation. Contaminated population.
The Russians have got military helicopters with very great lifting power. They can lift tens of tons, perhaps even 100 tons of sand at one lift. And it is conceivable, therefore, to fly over the top of the ruptured building and drop sand bombs onto it, in this way trying to smother the blow.
Isn't that dangerous for the pilots in that radioactivity?
Certainly it would be very dangerous.
For the first time since it happened, a Soviet official has given some fairly clear detail on what's going on at the Chernobyl nuclear reactor. Boris Yeltsin, who's the Communist Party chief in Moscow, told West German television the accident was caused by human error, that the area around the reactor is still radioactive, too dangerous for people to enter, and some of the neighboring reservoirs are contaminated. Yeltsin said that helicopters are dropping lead and sand and neutron-absorbing boron on the reactor site.
Airborne radiation from Chernobyl now covers much of Europe and the Western Soviet Union. Aircraft have detected some radiation 400 miles west of Norway. In Eastern Europe, the situation is worse. U.S. travel advisories are still in effect for the Kiev region of the Soviet Union, and today there were new warnings about Poland.
We are recommending that women of childbearing age and children should not travel to Poland until the situation is clarified.
In parts of Poland, radiation levels earlier this week were very high. At this lake, some 500 times above normal. With winds now blowing to the south, Romania today declared a state of emergency and told its citizens to remain indoors. U.S. officials are still not certain whether the reactor fire at Chernobyl is extinguished or continues to smolder and produce radiation. Either way, the EPA calculates that at one time radiation levels at Chernobyl were high enough to cause severe trauma, including death.
Monitoring milk and outdoor vegetables.
Some of these students who returned from the Ukraine last week were found to have 50 times the normal dose of radiation.
They've also been discussing the nuclear accident in the Soviet Union. Today, a special Japanese cabinet committee has reported a slight increase in radioactivity levels here. The real concern is over how fast and how far the nuclear cloud has traveled. And Tonight, Soviet television showed film of the stricken plant for the first time.
Russian television tonight thought the most important news was a report on bread shortages in some areas and the launch of a new type of tractor. Pictures of the staff village nearby show the area is still severely contaminated and no one has been allowed to return. Taking cameras to the scene suggests radiation levels are falling.
Helicopter pilot who is allegedly flying in the immediate vicinity of the stricken nuclear power station is actually not wearing any observable breathing apparatus whatsoever. The really significance is the length of time that this shot is taking, because if the radiation levels were very high, you would expect a cameraman who's taking this shot to be exposed quite severely to radiation. And clearly the radiation levels cannot be high because he's staying there for such a long time.
But it's also worth noting that one of the problems that people around the world are learning about is that officials always maintain that everything is all right. All right, that is, until something goes wrong.